Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 24 of Completionist Progress. This is picking up right after I finished episode 23, so there hasn't been a lot that's changed in-game, but I did end up going on a shopping spree using all that money I got from those enhanced teleport seeds. And one thing I managed to pick up were crystal armor seeds, because they're only going for around 2 mil right now. They might drop more, they might rise if the armor gets buffed. I thought the armor's cool, and I decided I was willing to pay around 12 mil. And I also picked up a primordial crystal, because I've been wanting to get primordials. They're the only Cerberus boot I've been missing, and there we go. But I also can go here and make... It would be very bad if I made the wrong things. Let's start with the body. Let's see. Consume 3 seeds. Reverting will not give back the shards. Oh, and there's a do not ask again. That's something good to know. So let me do that. So there's the body. And let's see the do not ask again. There's the legs. And what's that message? Okay, it's just you made it. And then... there we go. So there's a warning on the bowl, too. I need to add to the completionist list, or my notes to add to it. But yeah, if we go here, you can see the crystal armor. I'll just take off my gear. It's really not that great at the moment, which is why it's not worth a lot. It does give a buff to the crystal bow, but it's not that great either. Although the only notable thing is this is pretty insane, because it gives 26 magic defense on a helmet. It seems like they almost messed up and made that way higher than it was supposed to be, because if you look at the body, it's, 44, the legs 34, then the helmet 26, which is way off compared to existing items and ratios. But that's the armor. I'm not super big fan of how it looks, but I don't know, I think it's cool, and I wanted to just pick it up since I had the money, and it wasn't worth that much. But in case they buff it, and then it becomes like crazy good, and the seeds are like 10 mil each or something. And some other items I picked up, I did buy back some of my stuff, like the Staff of Light I ended up selling, and I got a Din's Bulwark finally. I don't know, just some smaller things, nothing too notable aside the prims here. But yeah. Anyway, I did mention at the end of the last episode how I do need to do some other stuff around Prifdin still. Like, I still want to beat the Corrupted Gauntlet for the Cape. I still need to check out the 4th Rose Dungeon. So that's what this episode's probably going to be about. A lot of little things. But in addition to little things from recent updates, there are still some old things that I'm working at, and one of them is Wilderness Slayer, and I actually just completed my 200th task. Now I decided I will go back to the original goal of just doing 250 tasks, because at the moment I really don't want to go all the way to 300, but at the same time I don't want to stop at 200 because I did just set up my Wilderness blocks, so I'm going to go for 250 tasks, then I'm probably going to go back to normal Slayer, and I'm still doing this because I do need to get 93 Slayer for the diary. But another thing I need to get back to is the Mimic. Now, while doing Slayer, I actually managed to get 5 hard caskets, so I thought I'd just save up and open them now just to see if... ooh, what? Okay, that has to be very unlikely to occur. Wow. But yeah. Oh, that's a Zarian Plate Legs, and darn, no Master Clue Scroll or anything that special. But yeah, I still want to be trying to work at the Mimic and at Wilderness Slayer, and just to see, what is my next task? Ah, darn. Because these are the tasks I'm dreading with Wilderness Slayer. I like doing the bosses, but 100 Venenatus takes a really long time, so I don't know how quickly I'll be going through Wilderness Slayer, but it will be something I'm working on in the background still. Well, I went back to Zalcano like I mentioned at the end of the other episode, and I managed to get a Crystal Tool Seed, which is pretty unexpected because I only have 18 kill counts, only been 15 since I did those first few. And I believe these are like 21 mil right now. They did drop down to 16 mil, but they shot back up. I'm not sure if I want to sell this or keep this, because I'm not sure where the tool seeds are going, and I kind of would like a crystal pickaxe. But at the same time, a crystal pickaxe currently costs a lot per use, like 200 GP per swing because of how divine potions are and the value of the shards. I don't know, I'll have to decide if I want to keep this or not. But yeah, I got a crystal tool seed, as we can see. Yep. So, I don't know, I'll have to decide what I want to do with it, but that is one unique from Zalcano and a good bit of profit. as a quick follow-up on the previous clip, I decided to sell the Crystal Jewel Seed because the price is still pretty unstable. I got 21 mil for it and it looks like it's going to go back down. And the only place I could justify using it, given how costly it is Volcano, and I don't think I'm going to do more of it right now. So yeah, but aside from that, I do have some pretty ambitious plans for this episode. I don't want to say what it is right now in case it doesn't work out, but there's a lot of skilling that's going to be involved and also a bit of a focus on money making. But before I get into that, the other episode I was doing medium clues for master clues, and I still had a bunch left over because I did more implings and just didn't open them yet. So let's see what I can get. Okay, that's some uniques. Oh, that's one of the new ones, isn't it? Come on. Hoping either for something like Ranger Boots or... Okay, I think that's even some overflow. Yep. Oh good, I'm already on the clue tab. So come on, hopefully something good. Or just a master clue. I'll sell for just a master clue and nothing good unique-wise. So some pages. Well, so far, I mean, it's a decent bit of uniques in for the collection log, but nothing that amazing. I feel like I might have lost money on these implings. Pretty sure I don't have a master clue. It would be really embarrassing if I did and forgot. But... come on, master clue. Darn. So it seems like no luck on the master clue. I'm probably not going to try medium clues anymore, or at least not for the time being, and I'm going to pick up this stuff and probably sell most of it, see what I need in the costume room. But that probably was a decent bit of uniques, and hopefully I at least broke even on profit with those implings. But yeah, I still need to try working on getting a mimic, so we'll see how that goes. Oh my god, I can't believe that just happened. So, I tried out the crystal armor method at Zora after seeing some videos about it, and it started to work pretty good. So I decided to just kill some more Zora for the fun of it, and I was going for a 125 KC, and I just got a magma mutagen. These things are so rare, I forget the drop rate, but thousands of kills are needed to usually get them. Yeah, I cannot believe I got it, especially at this low of a KC. And also because I really did want one of the magma, or especially magma, but either mutagen was something I really wanted just because they're cool. I really would have liked them, and they're a completionist goal. So the fact I actually got a magma mutagen just when I was messing around at Zora, I'm not like trying to go for the collection log or anything, I just was trying out the crystal armor method, because pretty much how this works, just to mention really briefly. So it kind of is like the T-bow method where you can just range it all the time because it gives enough accuracy bonus. It's not as strong as the T-bow method, but it still works pretty well. And, you know, I get like 2-3 minute kills. But yeah, magma mutagen. It's almost kind of funny too because I was almost thinking, wow, these drops are kind of bad. Like, I don't want to go back through all the drops, but there's very few things that have a red name for me. Like, it's usually snakeskin, grapes, or other not-so-interesting drops. But, that is a very, very, very interesting drop. And after a few days of grinding, the first part of my ambitious plan is done. 90 Hunter. So now let's get out of the wilderness and go over why I was doing this. Now that I'm in somewhere safe, I swapped out my Serp Helm for my new Magma Helm here. The reason I wasn't using the Magma Helm for catching chins in the wilderness is because this is actually the item I'd be risking, because I'm using a Suffering and a Fury and the Dins, so this was my +1, and I did not want to get smited for a Magma Mutagen. Oh, so let's take that off because it looks a bit bulky. But speaking of dying, I actually managed to go from 86 to 90 Hunter without dying once. I had a few close calls, and there were a decent bit of peak airs, but overall it wasn't too bad because I was just into 2k total worlds. Anyway, getting 90 Hunter unlocked a bunch of stuff. I mainly wanted to get 87 for Greater Sirens so I could go back to aerial fishing with the best chance of, or best experience rates and such, but I also managed to get Lucky Implings and Redwood Birdhouses. 90 didn't really unlock much, but still, now I have another skill that's base 90s, and the only skill left is rune crafting. But the other reason I was doing Hunter is because profit. So I got over 5k black chins, which is over 13 mil, pretty much 14 mil. So I actually wanted this so I could afford another part of this plan. But I actually sold the Crystal Tool Seed and used the money from that to buy it already, so this is kind of bonus money now. But still, it's appreciated, because the Crystal Tool Seed actually did drop to around 11 mil last I saw, so I might actually use the money from this to buy that back and make my Crystal Pickaxe, which in retrospect probably would be on the Completionist list, because imbued rings are. Anyway, that's a bit off topic. But you can probably guess what I'm going to be working on next, because I just got Hunter to 90, and the only other skill now below 90 is rune crafting. So yes, I'm going to be working on rune crafting and using the money from that to also help with the plans and such. I'm not sure if this grind was better or worse than Hunter, but it is finally over. 90 rune crafting. I can make soul runes, although I probably won't if I do more rune crafting here. It's probably going to be bloods just because they're way better profit than soul runes and not that much worse experience. But as you can see in my inventory, I got quite a decent stack of blood runes from this. So if I can just finish chiseling this. Okay, there we go. A little bit extra. And in total, this is around 13 mil worth of blood runes, which isn't that crazy of an amount, but yeah, that's a decent bit of cash. But as I mentioned before, I did already get the thing I was trying to save for using the money from the Crystal Seed, so this is actually going to be going towards a different fund than that. But I'm still going to be keeping what it is a secret until, well, probably a few clips from now when I get it. Okay, it seems like I lied a bit about not crafting soul runes because I need to make some soul runes so I could unlock the soul rift, which is something I've been waiting a while to do because that is a completionist task. And there we go. Now, the Blood Altar had the same message, so I unlocked both rifts, and now I can chisel this and make some soul runes. With base 90 skills finished, I thought now would be a good time to take a small break from my goals this episode to work on 4th Rose Dungeon, because there's a good bit of stuff here I need to do, and I haven't done anything here. Well, actually, I just traded 5 Dragon Stones for this Temple Coin, which is needed to unlock some stuff, but there's a lot of completionist things to do here, like unlocking pathways and such. And there is also a mini quest, In Search of Knowledge. I need to heal up this guy to start it, and then I need to collect pages from killing stuff in the dungeon, and once I do that, I unlock the new boss, Arachnis. So I'm going to be working at this and showing clips as I progress, but it's mainly going to be opening some stuff and killing some stuff. After having no luck at Temple Spires, I decided to take a different approach, and I believe, okay, can now travel through this. And if I pull this lever, it should open this door. So now I can come through here, use the bone burner, and at 100 faith, you get the key, but it actually caps at 200. So getting this to 200 faith is also a completionist thing. But I think my plan now is I'm going to kill the red dragons, use the bones here to work towards that. Then I can also tan the hides and craft them and alchem with my explorer's ring. And hopefully get the pages from this because, yeah, Temple Spiders didn't drop any pages in a long amount of kills. And also, because I have a Spider Realness task, it spammed my chat every time I killed one. So that was fun. Red Dragons is working out a lot better than Temple Spiders. I already got 1 page in each of the books, but I also got a grubby key. And the reason I'm showing this is because there is a warning if you don't have enough inventory space, and the do not show this again would be another warning for the completionist list. And that's a lot of stuff I need to pick up now. And oh, a ranging pod, I forgot to bring that actually, so that's helpful. I wasn't sure what was going to happen first, the final page or the key, but it seems like I got the key. So I guess that means for the final page I should probably try Arachnis because it has the highest drop rate of the pages, and also because I'd like to go kill it. Well, I've had a difficult time trying to record here because there's a lawnmower and other noise going on and also trying to learn the boss, but I'm a few kills in now, and actually last kill, the 4th one, I got the page I was after. And I think this will probably be my final kill, if I don't die. But yeah, probably just my final kill, and then I'm gonna go complete the mini quest. But this is a fun boss, I can definitely see myself doing more of it in the future, and there we go. And I also get that annoying message because I have a wilderness spider task. But yeah, not that much of loot. Although I did get the egg sack, which I think technically is unique for the completionist log, so there's that. But the page was mainly what I was after. And I'm pretty sure it was the temple page I needed. Also, I did do some minor redecorating around the house, move some things about, and that's because I made the new marble lectern and got rid of my other study. So, yeah, just wanted to touch on that because I've touched on all my other player-owned house-related things in the past. And unless I missed something, this should be it for the Forthos dungeon stuff. I completed the mini quest, which wasn't much, just turning in the books, and I used the experience stamp on rune crafting. I came down here and unlocked both doors with the temple key, and I talked to the Knight of Varlamore, and he came down here to the Broken Sun Altar, and now we have a new animation for it. So, yeah, I think that's everything completionist-wise for this. So now let's get back to that goal I talked about several times throughout this episode. And after a few days of grinding, the goal is finally completed with this dragon here. So the reason I wanted the money from Hunter on Runecrafting was to afford this prayer level. 96 prayer. Because 96 prayer will get me the most prayer points per dose of prayer pot or super restore. So pretty much just the only noteworthy level until 99. So yeah, now I have 96 prayer. And that was the big goal. Now that I got 96 prayer, I thought it would be a good time to try out some mole, and there is 98 strength. So I have been killing some mole just between clips and between some of the projects because I've been trying to work at Mole Pet, and I have a pretty respectable KC here now. But yeah, as I was doing that, my strength was getting pretty close to a level because, of course, I always use strength when I'm on Dayrock. So, yeah. But aside from that, did you really think my plan was just to go for 96 prayer? Because if you look here, with the hunter levels and the runecrafting levels and the prayer levels, and now with strength level, I'm one level away from 220 total. And if I go here and do this, there we are. 99 magic and 220 total level. So, yeah, that's what the plan was. To use Hunter and Runecrafting to get the money for prayer, and then get 220 total level and 99 magic at the same time. And if I talk to this guy here, I should be able to get the cape. Actually, isn't the cape in the shop? Yeah, it's one of those weird ones that actually is in the shop rather than through dialogue. So there we go. 99 magic. This has always been one of my favorite 99s, and it was one of the last combat stats I got in RuneScape 2, but it's now one of the first ones I got in Old School. And it also does have a pretty cool emo in my opinion. I mean, it's very similar to the Quest Cape, but I don't know, it does feel fitting for magic. So, yeah, and it also does have a perk that's kind of useful, because swapping spellbooks is, I mean, I have the house for that, but it would be nice to have it on the cape so I don't have to run to the house every time. Anyway, that is where I'm going to be ending off this episode. Oh, and I did get a combat level off that last prayer level. I want to mention that for the last, 3 clips now. But, yeah, but that's where I'm going to end off this episode. I didn't get the completionist list ready for this episode because I was so busy working on the goals for this episode, like Hunter, Runecrafting, and Prayer. But I think I'm going to stop mentioning completionist list stuff in this episode and probably do its own video when it's updated. And, well, I'll probably mention in the episode when it's updated. But still, I'm not going to give updates like if it's this episode or not. Because, yeah, it might take a while because there's a lot of stuff to add. And with the upcoming Last Man Standing stuff, there's even more stuff that's coming as well. But, yeah, Magic is my first Combat 99. I'm really happy with it. And the next one, as I probably revealed a little bit by mousing over by mistake, is probably going to be ranged, but attack and strength aren't that far off either, so we'll see. But until the next episode, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. It should turn out a little longer than most of the previous ones, and yeah, until then, goodbye.